Life will bitch slap you. It doesn't know fair. He was 4 years old and found out the world wasn't just Ninja Turtles, Batman cartoons, and Legos. There was so much to the world, and it was cold and bleeding. His Uncle Joe put lead through his head, leaving behind the people that loved him and his pregnant wife. If it wasn't enough, his Aunt Rachel died the next month. He thought she would live because he loved her. His mother was angry all the time because of her back pain. Kindergarten started, his sister was born. His grandpa almost died in Iraq. His grandma got cancer, and he felt like he couldn't breathe. His pain built into a skyscraper. When its foundation split, its spire sped toward him. He cracked, he stabbed a kid with his pencil, threw chairs, went crazy. He became Atlas with the sky on his back. He'd watch the news and he'd sob over Bosnia, famine, and human genocide. When he looked at his surroundings, he started to feel strange. He could see and feel germs, and they creeped and crawled, infested, infected. He seethed, he squirmed. He couldn't touch things that fell on the floor. Plates had to come out of dishwashers, or he could not eat. He got trapped in the bathroom because he couldn't touch the handle. He'd wash his hands until they were bleeding and cracked. He sorted everything alphabetically and closed by color. He wanted to live in a plastic bubble. His parents took him to therapy, and the very same powder that filled the bullet of his Uncle Joe's gun was his pain. He tried, but it all erupted. He stood on the top bunk and tied his dad's 52-inch waistline belt around his neck and tightened it for good measure. He would never take another breath, read to his sister, or have another crush. His body was a pendulum with the death toll. The belt tightened up as he strangled. He slipped into sleep. The buckle bucked the skin, crushed his cords. Last breath. I was that young man, but I did not go through with it. It's a scenario that I carried out every night in my thoughts, but I am forever putting paces between me and then I came back from it held high on the legs of Lazarus, and that's why I stand before you passing on this poem. We all face struggle, but you must fight, scratch, claw your way back to your prime. Take a look at everyone in this room, right in the eyes, and I bet you couldn't comprehend all that lie behind. Take a look inside and ask yourself, if everything in your life were to crumble into a pile of dust, would you quit or fight back?